Okay, in today's video about XRP, first we are going to do a quick analysis and see what is happening in the short term in this area, and then we are going to go on some higher time frames and compare the current bull run with the 2017 ones and see can something like that actually happen. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones, and as you can see in the last couple of days in XRP, we have just been consolidating around this area. Now, in my opinion, there is a very high chance that whatever move on the downside that we are having in this area, starting from the highest side around, let's say $3, is a correction structure and not an impulsive movement. Why is that? You see, if you want to argue that our bull run is actually over, and for example, we're gonna have our final top somewhere around here, okay, we must be able to find off of the highest side in this region a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. Let's actually hide everything. There we go. So here's a question. Starting from here to about this low, how exactly are you able to find a 5 wave down? And why do I say that to about this low we need to be able to find a 5 wave down? Because in the next move on the upside in this phase, we actually took this high about $2.6. So if you want to be absolutely bearish, somehow, I'm not really sure how, but somehow if you want to not be optimistic, then okay, you must be able to find a 5 wave down in here. And for me, it is extremely challenging to find an impulse in this area. I'm not gonna say it's impossible. No, anything is possible in this market, but if I want to force myself to find an impulse in this region, the shape of it is going to be so odd that is going to make me say, you know what, even in that case, it's not really going to be my primary case. And according to my primary scenario, overall, we are going to have some form of corrective movement in this region. Now, if you want to say that our correction actually ended right in here, then okay, we talked about it before. You can definitely argue this might be a WXY in form of a flat and a zigzag, and as long as we're not taking this low in XRP about $1.9, we can definitely be bullish, because what do we have off of the lowest low in the previous video? We talked about it. This might be a 5 wave up, and followed by that we may have an ABC expanded flat in here, which suggests, well, okay, there is a chance that in XRP in the short term we're gonna have a 1 correction for 2, and then we might get soon a decent move up into wave 3, 4, 5, and in this phase we might actually set an all-time high and take the highest side around $3.50. Now, what if we actually go down and take this low? Does this mean that at that point we're going to be bearish? Absolutely not. Again, you want to remember, in this move we took this high, which is a very strong bullish sign to me. And here's the top tip for you: if we go down and take this low and maybe even go under this region once more, at that point, for me at least, I'm going to start thinking about opening some long positions in Ripple, because again, overall, I believe this is a slow and choppy move down, and after it's over, we are going to have another phase of the bull run, which is going to be absolutely magnificent. So overall, nothing to be worried about in the short term. I definitely do not believe that our bull run in XRP is over. Now, let's go on some high time frames. There we go. Because recently I saw some videos on YouTube that said maybe we are doing a 2017 bull run, and the idea in here was that we need to copy the candles in here and put it at the beginning of this move up, starting from this low about 40 cents. And according to this possibility in XRP, we can go to somewhere around 30, maybe even $40. Now, let's go on a less busy chart. I believe it was on crypto.com. There we go. Let's zoom in more. Okay. You see, I have actually done that, and this white fractal is the 2017 bull run. And when you stretch it out and match the size of the current move up in XRP, you see that also in the 2017 bull run, we had a period of consolidation in here, and then after it, what happened? We got another big move on the upside. Now, is something like this guaranteed to happen in XRP? No, absolutely not. There is no certainty in any market, and we cannot say anything for sure, but the idea is kind of the same. You see, this is my problem with fractals. People who use fractals, they believe that we are going to do, for example, exactly something like this. I just find that extremely hard to believe. I think every bull run has its own specific personality, and we cannot say just because something like this happened before, the exact same scenario is going to happen this time. Absolutely not. Sure, the idea of technical analysis is that history repeats itself, but not in an exact way. No, this is just not the case. However, again, you want to remember something like this might actually happen. Now, according to this scenario, in XRP, we can actually have a couple more weeks of consolidation pattern, and then after it, we can get another move on the upside. And well, okay, this is kind of a coincidence because I think this might actually happen in XRP, and I promise you, I'm not contradicting myself here. No, I think this is going to happen, but after it, what kind of move are we going to have? That's actually up for debate, and I don't think that we're gonna have maybe like a triangle structure and then after it another move on the upside. No, for example, we can get a WXY, a relatively deep corrective movement on the upside, and then after it the next phase of the bull run if we are going to have a two-stage altcoin season. And again, even having a two-stage altcoin season is not guaranteed, at least at the moment, and we just do not have any evidence that suggests something like that might happen. The jury definitely is still up for that one, and that's why I want to argue, look, in XRP, we need to see the current evidence and then make a decision of what might be next for the next couple of months. Let's not really predict the next year or two, which in it we might end up having something like this or not. No, let's just have at least another huge move on the upside, which based on the evidence, I do believe that we are going to have it, because I believe this is a 7-year long-term drawn out correction structure. And what happens after such a long consolidation pattern, according to Elliot's waves, an absolutely magnificent move on the upside, which is going to get extremely extended. That's why I believe a $20 to maybe even $30 XRP in this cycle can definitely be in the cards. And I'm not here to sell you any Ripple. No, I would highly suggest do your own due diligence, come up with your own conclusion, and if you thought that XRP is a good token, then okay, fair enough, feel free to watch some YouTube videos and not necessarily my videos. No, you can watch whoever you want, but the point that I'm trying to make is this: mine, or for that matter, any other analyst's opinion should affect your thoughts on a specific coin less than 10%. The other 90% should come down to your own research and your own beliefs. Okay, this is a very important point. Please, I'm begging you, do not put a lot of hopes in anybody else's analysis on YouTube and in any other space. No, this is your money, and ultimately you are the one who are going to decide what to do with it. Okay, I want you to fully understand this. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's video. In XRP, in the long term, I fully believe that we are having, starting from the low slow down here, a wave 1, and then correction for 2, big move up into wave 3, which happened in the 2017 bull run, followed by that this is a long-term drawn out correction structure into wave 4, and I think it's actually over, and at the moment we are on our way to complete the subwaves for a huge wave 5. Now, when you zoom in on weekly time frame and see what happened recently, as you can see, this is just a very insignificant noise, and on the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. I don't know why so much people are worried about this thing. Have we even set an all-time high? Absolutely not. So, you know, at least in my opinion, we are just looking great in XRP, and sure, we might have a couple more weeks of consolidation in here, but again, this is going to be just that, a correction structure, and after it's over, we are going to have some more huge and magnificent moves on the upside. And in the short term, we definitely have the good sign for it. Look, in this move up, we took this high, which to me suggests there is an extremely high chance that overall we are dealing indeed with some sort of a corrective movement. Also, when you compare this move down to this move on the upside, let's actually do a quick comparison real quick from here to about this low. As you can see, this move down is taking us about, let's say, 500 candlesticks. However, in the same period of time, from all the way down here, about 60 cents, we had about a 5x move on the upside to somewhere around $3. So what's the message in here? despite having way more than enough time. It seems like bears are absolutely failing to pull the price all the way back down to these levels, and bulls seems like definitely do still have the upper hand, which does make me say, you know what, our bull run in XRP is just not over yet, and this is just a simple consolidation, and we are in this phase definitely gathering the power for the next phase of the bull run. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XRP's chart. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.